It's always hard to know what the motivations are of somebody like Elon Musk, but they're raising a number of important concerns and a number of concerns that I think are perhaps a little far-fetched.
So can you give us specific examples of what these powerful AI systems can do and the impact that it can have on us and what the concerns are?
So they're going to usher in a lot of change. So one of my friends, for example, needed to write a position description for a physiotherapist and has never employed one before, doesn't know what all the things you should list are. Asked ChatGPT to create a position description and gave all the details, and he just then needed to do the final details. So it can help a lot of that tedious work of finding out what are all the things I should list in a position description.
Right.
But it can also potentially displace jobs. It has the potential to build in the biases that are inherent in the data on which it's built. So ChatGPT, which the current fuss is all about, is built on absorbing literally millions of written documents, and a large number of those written documents have been written by old white men like me, and they incorporate the biases of such people, and so what you tend to get back is old white man speak.
Right. Well, the boss of OpenAI, the research lab, has not signed this letter, nor have the chiefs of big tech firms such as Microsoft, I understand, and Alphabet. What do you think their stance is?
So I think it's notable that the people who have signed this letter on the whole are not so much the technical people as more people affiliated with the technology industry, and it's understandable that they're concerned about the disruptions to their businesses as well as to other aspects of society, and it's good that people are aware that we need to think carefully about what the guardrails that we should put in place, but also important that we don't go overboard about it.
Yeah, well, Elon Musk is one of the high-profile people who have signed the letter. One expert and critic has pointed out that it's deeply hypocritical that he has, given how hard Tesla has fought against accountability for the defective AI allegedly in its self-driving cars. What are your thoughts on that? So Elon Musk isn't just an innocent bystander in all of this. He has a very long history. So the technology that's being talked about has been developed by the OpenAI consortium. Elon Musk was one of the founding members of the consortium. He then left it after they rebuffed an attempt by him to become the leader of the consortium. It's important to take into account when looking at what he says that he may have multiple agendas in play. So tell us, do you share the views expressed by this group and the concerns? Or you mentioned before that it might be a bit of an overreaction. And do you think a 6-month pause is going to do anything?
So I think a 6-month pause would be a very mistaken move. So the best that could hope to achieve would be for the more socially minded players in this industry to take a pause. But those who are less socially oriented in their missions, such as agents wanting to spread misinformation, are very unlikely to pay any attention to such a thing. So they're going to zoom ahead while the more socially oriented people are going to get left left behind. So I think it would not serve the general good.
Well, one example we can give this week is that picture of the Pope in a certain puffer jacket, and many were surprised and weren't sure what to believe or to make of this photo. How can such AI developed images impact us, and what are the concerns raised?
Yes, so this is one of the intriguing things about this technology. So what the technology does at its core is it takes huge numbers of examples of some type of thing, and then it generates new things that are like the originals but different. So in the case of ChatGPT, that's generating text which is like the text it's seen but different. And in the case of images, it's generating images that are like the ones it's seen, but in this case have the Pope and a puffer jacket imposed on it. And the problem both with the images and with the text is being very cautious about what you believe. So with the text, ChatGPT will always respond with a very confident, authoritative-sounding response, and will tell you the answer to any question. Well, it will tell you an answer to any question, but the problem is it will speak just as authoritatively and just as convincingly whether what it's saying is true or whether it's just total fiction. And exactly the same happens with the images.
Jeff Webb, great to talk. Thanks for coming into the studio.
My great pleasure. Thanks, Yvonne.
Thank you.